3 years might seem like a short time, but within that period, HumAngle has come a long way. We have visited the remotest parts of the country and looked in the oldest of places for stories worth sharing. And we have told those stories as passionately and innovatively as possible. But as much as those stories themselves are invaluable, the impact they generate are important too. This is Oluwatosin, head of HumAngle Foundation, and she will be sharing some of our successes with you. So, Tosin, what do you have for us?
Well, thank you. In the spirit of celebrating our wins, I'll start with our work with the NIFA, an association of internally displaced women in northeastern Nigeria whose husbands were arbitrarily arrested and detained by the authorities. These women lost their homes, livelihoods, and loved ones to the Boko Haram conflict. They also faced difficulties accessing adequate food and primary health care. Amid that, many of their husbands were detained without trial. So what did we do? Instead of just telling their stories, HumAngle supported advocacy efforts targeted at the release of their partners by publishing dozens of videos. We put faces to the crisis and emphasized the impact of state policies on their lives. Episode 16 of our podcast, Vestiges of Violence, asked this question: will the NIFA women see their husbands again? Less than a week after publishing that episode in July 2021, the government began a process that would lead to the release of over 1,000 wrongfully detained men. Hundreds of these men are the husbands of the resilient members of the NIFA group. We didn't stop there. We recognized the potential of these women and empowered them to work with us as fixers, researchers, and reporters. They continue to help us amplify the voices of the vulnerable in the region. Through our Accountability Fellowship, we've also built the capacity of young researchers, advocates, and journalists in the Bay States, that's Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe States. We're helping them tell their community stories. Our reports have triggered an immediate impact. For example, in July 2020, over 300 federal health workers in Ebonyi State received their salary arrears for 6 months and started getting paid after HumAngle published an in-depth feature about their condition. In July 2021, the Osun State government directed the construction of power supply lines after we reported how residents of over 40 communities were without electricity. The Lagos State government also started taking stricter measures against noise pollution following our report in August 2021. Also, in 2021, our long-held position that the nature of the violent acts in northwestern Nigeria had dived into the realm of terrorism was affirmed by the Nigerian government. Again, after we published a report in September 2022, revealing how a construction company built a faulty drainage system in the Garandam area of Maiduguri and deserted the community, the company returned to the site and fixed the structure. Our journalism and journalists have received local and international recognition, testifying to the quality of our work. In 2021, we were shortlisted for the African Fact-Checking Awards and announced winner of the online category of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Journalism. In 2022, we were announced winner of the Working Journalist category of the African Fact-Checking Awards, declared winner of the inaugural Insight Award for Visual Journalism by the Institute for Non-Profit News, announced winner of the Dame Prize for Niger Delta Reporting, announced winner of the PwC Media Excellence Award for Business and Economy Reporting, cleared runner-up in the Dame Award for Education Reporting. We also received the Wole Soyinka Report Women Award for Outstanding Leadership and Story Projects. Our reports won CGID's Alfred Okubo Next Gen Awards for Campus Reporters in the Conflict Reporting and Fact-Checking categories. In March 2023, our report won the Michael Elliott Award for Excellence in African Storytelling. Our reporting has created awareness about displaced people's challenges, especially across Nigeria, and created opportunities for displaced victims to benefit from our readers' goodwill. Many persons we've written about have received financial donations, business grants, healthcare support, scholarship grants, and so on. We're also proud of how far we've come as a newsroom. perfecting a framework that supports young people and achieves gender equality. The average staff age at HumAngle is 31, and we have a 53% female workforce. Our framework has enabled us to tap into diverse pools of talent as we tell the stories of people represented in our organization. We have strengthened our internal regulations around standards to improve the quality of our work. A codified rulebook guides our reporters to ensure their adherence to the demands for accuracy, credibility, and other journalism ethics. We have also developed an internal fact-checking system to hold us to the highest standards, which is probably why we've not encountered any legal troubles since our emergence over 3 years ago. Above all, we are proud of the partnerships we forged with other organizations. Some of these partnerships have helped us share our reports in English, Hausa, French, and other languages common in the Lake Chad region. At HumAngle, we remain committed to telling critical stories about conflict and development in innovative ways. We have achieved so much over the years, but one achievement will forever remain dear to us, and that is you. The assurance that when we are done getting the facts and narrating them to you, you'll be there to read, listen, and watch.
Thank you, Tosin. You may get back to work now.
Thank you.